Before we start looking into Linux commands, let's take some time to understand its origin and fascinating tales of collaboration and innovation. Our story begins with a visionary young man named Linus Torvads. In the early 90s, Linus was a computer science student at the University of Helsinki in Finland. If you do not know where that is, I'm sure you've watched the movie Money Heist. In that movie, Mirko Dragic was named after the city. Either ways, let's not go far away from the topic. So, fueled by curiosity and a passion of coding, Linus set out to create his own operating system as a fun project. He wanted an operating system that could be free and accessible to all, allowing people to explore and customize it with their own heart content. And so, on a fateful day in 1991, Linus released the first version of his operating system, which he named Linux after combining his name with the word Unix, a well-known operating system at that time. But an operating system without commands is like a wizard without spells. Linus knew that in order to make Linux a powerful system, he needed a set of commands that users could invoke through the terminal to control their systems. Inspired by the Unix operating system, Linus and a growing community of enthusiasts began crafting a collection of commands, simple yet potent instructions that could perform tasks, manipulate files, and unleash every room based on their specific names. And finally, we have the clear command. This command is used to clear off your terminal. Sometimes, your magical room can become clustered with messages and enchantments. The clear command is like a sweeping wind that clears away the distractions, leaving you with a clean slate to embark on new magical endeavors. Now, let's take a look at some of my top troubleshooting commands, starting with the top command. This command acts as a watchful guardian, showing me real-time data on the busiest task and the resources they're consuming. So let's say I had a CPU spike on one of my instances. In order to see what is causing that specific CPU spike, I can run the top command. Also, we have the DF command. In your mystical realm, you possess treasure troves filled with gold coins, jewels, and artifacts. The DF command is like a mystical skill that shows you the abundance of treasure and the empty spaces where you can store new discovery. I also use the DU command a lot when trying to check for disk usage. Now, let's take a look at some commands I use when trying to manage Docker containers, starting with the docker run command. The most basic spell to cast is the docker run command. This command conjures a container from an image and sets it into motion. For example, you can run a magical web service like this: docker run-d-p 8080 nginx. Docker ps is a command that provides you with a list of all currently running containers on your computer, giving you essential details about the container status and configuration. On the other hand, Docker images present you with a comprehensive list of Docker images that you have downloaded and saved on your system. Each image functions as a blueprint for creating containers, allowing you to replicate and deploy various instances with ease. To acquire new Docker images from online repositories, I use Docker Pull. This downloads the specific image from your online repository to your local machine. Docker Build is a powerful tool that enables you to craft Docker images using Docker files, which contain a specific instruction for building and testing that image. When you make changes to a running container and you wish to save those modifications as a new image, the docker commit command comes into play, creating a snapshot of the container current state. To manage the lifecycle of containers, Docker start and Docker stop represent initiating the execution of the container and pausing its operations. If you need to restart a stopped container, the docker restart command effectively restarts it for you. Troubleshooting becomes effortless with docker log allowing you to view the logs and messages of the running container. Moreover, Docker exec allows you to interact with the running container, executing commands within its environment. Docker attach provides you with live connections to the container standard input, output, and error streams, enabling real-time interaction. To remove containers that have completed a task and are no longer needed, Docker RM does that for you. Similarly, Docker RMI is used to remove Docker images that are no longer necessary, freeing up valuable space. Docker Inspect gives you a detailed information about the container's configuration, providing you insight to the setup and networking details. If you're looking to monitor the container's resources in real time, Docker Stat does that for you. Docker Compose orchestrates the management of multiple containers as a group, simplifying complex deployment and configurations. To enable a seamless communication between containers, Docker Network lets you create and manage custom networks. Lastly, Docker Volume allows you to create and manage data storage separately from your containers, ensuring persistent storage for all of your valuable data. Outside the realm of containers lies a magical world of system management commands as well. Systemctl, the master spell that lets you start, stop, and restart services, is one of the most used commands